Welcome back, guys. You're watching Today's Platinum, and in this video we're going to be going over the daily news and updates as well for the cryptocurrency space today, and also looking into some of the price developments that we're currently seeing in the cryptocurrency space. So if you guys enjoy these type of videos, daily Bitcoin and cryptocurrency updates, as well as a lot of trading content, definitely subscribe and also stay tuned for more content by hitting that notification bell. Alright, so getting into the video, guys, Bitcoin obviously staying right around 6,500, as well as other coins reflecting in the same price action as Bitcoin. Jumping into the actual chart, though, Bitcoin is holding a pretty good support. However, we were expecting a recovery from about 6,300, went all the way down to about 6,100, but expecting a recovery from that point of about 63 to 6,500, and right now we're just kind of sitting along those support lines. We will look to push up from here, but the delay in a recovery and an actual bounce back from the oversold point on the one-day RSI is starting to show some signs of possible further price drop in Bitcoin's price, as well as cryptocurrency altcoin prices as well. It's not usually good to just see horizontal movement after a large downtrend, because chances are we could see the price continue to drop even further. So jumping into some of the stories that talk about that today, Bitcoin recovery stalls, raising risk of price drop. So Bitcoin is once more facing a drop to or below $6,000, with both short and long duration charts being aligned in favor of the bears. The cryptocurrency found acceptance above the key resistance of 6,425 in the second half of last week, raising the prospects of a corrective rally towards the $7,000 mark. Further, while a fall to $6,000 following a bear flag breakdown on Friday seemed likely, losses were unexpectedly cut short at 6,300, signaling bearish exhaustion. Yet the leading cryptocurrency did not find any takers over the weekend, leaving trading flatlined above 6,500, courtesy of the drop from 6,573 to 6,370. The short duration charts have now turned bearish. Meanwhile, the long duration charts continue calling bearish moves. So here is what we're looking at. So basically, forming a short-term pennant or a sideways triangle, wedge, whatever you want to call it, in the short term, and showing somewhat of a break below that pennant, unfortunately. So hopefully we start to push back up and start to really see some volume come in. We really need to get above the point of 6,800 to 7,000 in order to break above this bearish look right now. Bitcoin dropped to 6,370 earlier today, confirmed a downside break of the pennant. A bearish continuation pattern indicating the sell-off from the high of 7,638 has resumed. As a result, the cryptocurrency could slide to 5,820. However, we're obviously just looking out for what's going to happen. As a result, the cryptocurrency could slide to 5. I just read that. The moving averages are also biased bearish, with the 50 candle, 100 candle, and 200 candle MAs all trending south. Further, the relative strength index is struggling to rise above 50 in bullish territory. So you can obviously see this as we look back here. The day-long moving average, or not moving average, the day-long RSI still just kind of showing pretty weak hands, to be honest. We bounced below it right around the 26 point, came back up, but usually after you hit a oversold point on the one day, you see a large increase in price over the next few weeks to a month. So obviously we have a few more days to see what happens. As we can see here, when we saw oversold, it took about a week to really see some large movement upwards. So hopefully we see something like that very, very soon here. So what am I expecting? If Bitcoin drops, let's just zoom in here. If Bitcoin drops below this little wedge that we're forming right here, just line that up for you guys. Okay, so it already really has, but if it continues to drop, that is something we want to look out for. So if we cannot get back above this, if we can't get back above 6,500, I think we are looking to break back below 6,300 and possibly go even further downwards. So honestly, overall, not a lot of good news in the markets, but also not a lot of bad news. I still think the investigation from the CFTC, as well as regulation kind of looming over the cryptocurrency markets, is kind of putting a hinder on the markets in general. not a lot of volatility. People are, it seems to be waiting for something big to happen, whether it's regulation, a Bitcoin ETF, or bad news, good news, whatever it is. People are kind of waiting, and the markets are moving quite slow. But if they are moving, they're moving to the downside. So wanna keep seeing, keep looking to see what's going to happen here. Obviously, the short term can tell us something. Obviously, with this wedge, though, it's not looking too good. And also with the 1-day chart, obviously seeing not quite a quick recovery as we usually would see. I mean, even back here, we see it hits off the 1 day and pops up, even though it came back down and continued to move sideways. It was still above the 30 point. Right now, we're kind of just right above that 30 point, right around looks like 35. So we really want to see it break above 40s to 50s. That's the best area for the RSI, especially after it's oversold on the 1 day. So right now, looking to see if we're going to either break above 65 right now or break back below 63 and head to the downside yet again. So put everything in place, guys, so you can be prepared for this. But honestly, not a ton to discuss today. We're kind of in limbo right now, waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin after the large drop that we saw in the past week. Overall, if it does drop down, I can expect 5,800 all the way down to possibly 5,000, and then to 4,000 if we continue to drop. I don't think we'll get anywhere below 4,000 to 5,000. I think investors in general would not let Bitcoin's price get below that. So overall, just put the buys in place to be able to recover in case we do break down to those points. So guys, leave any comments that comments in the comment section about Bitcoin's price currently. As honestly, it's just kind of hard to tell what's going to happen when we're in such a limbo phase. One thing I did want to talk about, 2 major Russian banks to offer crypto-based fund for retail investors. I think this is a good move in the right direction. 2 of Russia's largest banks are testing cryptocurrency-based investment options for retail investors. Local news media out, I don't know how to pronounce that, but on June 15th, they reported that as part of Russian central bank's regulatory sandbox, Cyberbank or whatever it's called, and Alpha Bank opted to begin experimenting with products based on so-called digital financial assets at a meeting last Wednesday, according to the publication. Those assets will in fact take the form of 6 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin, which will form an investment portfolio. So it's really great to see that they are starting to think about offering crypto-based funds to retail investors. This will obviously bring a lot of liquidity to this market, and this is one of the catalysts that will be able to push this market back upwards in the right direction, so we can continue the long-term appreciation of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as an overall asset class. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think about Bitcoin's price and where we're going to be headed in the next couple weeks. I made a video a couple days ago, if you guys want to check that out, of my prediction for Bitcoin's price in the next 2 years. I think it's more of a conservative and hopefully an accurate prediction, and I definitely want to see what you guys think of that, so definitely check that out. But with that out of the way, guys, definitely check out all of our resources in the description. But I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, have a good one. Bye.